Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Today I have a pretty special kit, to my heart at least, because this is what I used to run all the time on a very tight budget last wipe. For pretty much 1,000 gold every time, and I got a lot of practice out of it because of it. But today I basically have a 45%, well it's 47% physical power bonus with my Halberd out, and it's absolutely crazy. With 67 weapon damage, you deal 216 damage. I calculated it on the calculator. It's not that hard. In fact, let's just do it right now. Basically, it's going to be 67 weapon damage, and then you want to multiply it by 47 plus 67, and then you times it by the last hit modifier, which is 1.2. So that is the last attack on the M1 combo. And then you get the headshot modifier, which is 50%. And then you times it by the target dummy modifier. So technically this is the correct amount of damage that we're dealing. But if you try it on the dummy, you're gonna have to multiply it by 0.22, which is 22%. And you're at 216.284, whatever. So 216 total damage on the target dummy on your last hit on a headshot. That is the exact amount of damage that you're dealing. It's a lot of damage. You can literally one-shot someone with the last hit of your M1 combo. And the best part about this entire kit is that I believe this whole thing cost me about like 3.5k, but you can go much cheaper. I was trying to get both physical power rolls on everything, but you can definitely only go with like physical power on each piece and you'll be just as fine. I'm just doing 47% for the clickbait, but if you already have like 40%, pretty much it, you don't even need that much action speed. I just went for action speed because it feels good. You don't even need that for you to start one-shotting people. You just need like 40% physical power bonus, and you can build that for like 1 to 1.5k, I believe, and and the halberds are literally like 100 gold each. I bought this one for 150, I think. It was last week, so I don't remember very well. Anyway, the goal of this build is to space people correctly because halberd is a slow weapon. So you want a little bit more action speed, and you want to be able to one-shot people, and you want to space them very well because you don't have a shield. So if someone shows up to you with like a shotgun or something, you don't have that shield to protect you, and you also have less PDR because of that. So I'm only at 57% PDR, so you definitely want to play that well. For the perks, you want these perks. Right now, maybe you don't want weapon mastery. I mean, weapon mastery is still good for the recurve. Yeah, I mean, you're building full like physical power, like you might as well go recurve. But if you don't want to go weapon mastery, you can definitely just go like adrenaline spike and then go with a crossbow. Like that is completely fine too. It's going to deal even more damage than the recurve, more armor penetration. It's just going to go crazy. You know, honestly, adrenaline spike isn't that bad, but unfortunately there aren't any good options for halberd perks. Unfortunately, there isn't like a two-handed weapon mastery or like a polearm mastery or anything. So we just got to settle with like swift and projectile resistance and defense mastery. And honestly, it's not too bad. It's just not as good as if like I had a sword or something like sword mastery is. 2 weapon damage and 5% action speed is just crazy. Anyway, we got sprint, we got second wind. Second wind is going to help us a lot against casters. It's very common. Wizard is OP. I even see some warlocks, but it's definitely not as strong anymore. But I definitely want to go second wind for sure. If you want to, you can go adrenaline rush, but I don't think it's as good as second wind in this build. I'd prefer second wind much more. But yeah, that's pretty much the build, and I'm just gonna hover over everything quickly because I don't think I did that earlier. But anyway, if you haven't yet, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Hello everybody, and welcome to the voiceover portion of the video. By the way, I am around Florida, so if I don't upload for a little bit, that's why. It's hurricane season and it's pretty tough, but don't worry, I'm safe. It'll be fine. Anyway, we start off the games with against this fighter over here. He's definitely a crystal sword fighter, but he's not hurting me at all, by the way. Like, he's barely dealing any damage, and I know for a fact I am hurting like a truck. I think this was the first game of the day, so my bow skills are pretty bad. Anyway, I go over here, I try to sprint to close in. Bola is giving me a pretty big advantage. Not anymore though, because now it hit me. The aggro switched, and it actually looks really bad. So I have to second win here. I don't want to I want to keep getting slow move speed over here, and he rushes in. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to turn around, and right here, that's a headshot. That's stupid amount of damage, and literally a leg shot after that killed them. And I'm telling you, leg shots do not deal a lot of damage. This guy was pretty geared, by the way. He had all the stats that you pretty much want on it. I don't know. I would say he probably had like a pretty equivalent gear set to mine, price-wise. And on the same game, I end up finding this guy, and again, it's pretty much a bow battle until someone gets close to you, because you can't really run after people with the halberd. It's a lot of just like spacing people with it, which is fine, honestly. But most of the time, you're going to be using that ranged battle advantage with the recurve, because you just hit like a truck, man. It's so much damage. People do not like how much damage you are dealing. And by the way, I hit him with like 2 or 3 shots already, so I'm going in with the halberd, because I figured he wasn't too geared. And I missed that shot, which was terrible, and I almost died here. It was actually... I underestimated this guy so much, and I should have probably like popped second win. But yeah, I wasn't too wrong to underestimate him, because to be honest, he didn't have that good of gear. I could tell pretty much from the armor pieces that he was wearing. But yeah, over here, I mean, what can I say? Like, it's a good day when you see a barb getting 2-tapped, bro. You know he was hurting so much too from just one shot. This guy was decently geared. It's like every barb, right? You just buy like a couple pieces with max HP, and every piece with you know, agility, and you're good. Anyway, next game we find this ranger over here. It's a range battle. So against rangers, I find it that with this set, it is actually better to play range. You don't actually want to ever be in melee range against a ranger, to be honest, because one, you are just a better ranger. You have better stats. You have way more strength, damage, HP, PDR than a ranger will ever have. So as long as you're hitting your shots, you will definitely always win against a ranger. 2, if you ever get trapped or like chasing a ranger as a fighter, a halberd fighter in particular, it's going to be very hard to catch them. But not only that, if you ever get trapped, you're pretty much dead. There's not much you can do since you don't have a shield. So unless you bring in a shield in your inventory, like legit, if you get trapped, you're always dead. So it's not worth the risk, from my opinion. And 3, multi-shot is very common. So if you ever see a shotgun, there's nothing you can do about it. I just diffed that guy, by the way. That last shot was pretty nice. And right as I kill that guy, third partier and third partier, like second ranger comes in, and this is a long battle. So prepare your popcorn, because this is going to take a little bit. This guy was playing very well, but also I wasn't hitting my shots very well. This just comes to show how busted fighter is, by the way. Because like, I am not hitting a lot of these shots. You're gonna cringe a little bit. You're gonna see my skill set, and it's a lot more in melee combat, not really in in ranged. 'Cause I don't know, recurve is just awkward for me. Like, I'm good with the survival bow. I have most of my hours on bard. I'm like pretty decent with the survival bow, but like recurve, it's just awkward sometimes. But it's much better than the longbow, I think. Anyway, I think around here I start hitting a couple of my shots. Yeah, that one hurts. Even though it was a butt shot, it definitely hurt way more than his longbow just hurt me this time. Anyway, he comes in with the multi-shot. You want to sprint away. You do not want to be hit by that multi-shot, especially with the halberd. There is no way you're ever blocking that. That will one-shot you. Be scared of ranger at close range, because halberd fighter has pretty much no counterplay against a ranger at close range. So this is also a tip for the rangers against, you know, halberd fighters. Go in, because there's nothing to be scared of. Like, you can kite a halberd fighter so easily. It's actually kind of sad. But, you know, we win these ranged battles every single day of the week, as long as I hit any of my shots, man. Like, come on, dude. You can't be this bad. Like, are you serious? Anyway, we wasted our second win. Well, we didn't waste it. We used it to survive. And we're going to be drinking pots here just to heal up, just so we don't die, because, you know, multi-shot again. But he misses all of those arrows, thankfully. But yeah, at this point, we know that he's a backstep multi-shot ranger. So he's not going to have that triple shot cooldown. So we can definitely play off that. But we can't really ever get close because of backstep. And that's really what trips me off. Like, every time he's low, by the way, he just starts using backstep. And I know he was one shot right there, but there was a mummy behind me, so I had to reset. Anyway, we reset, and that mummy is still on me. He's definitely full HP again, by the way. And here, I actually start hitting more of my shots. I'm finally feeling it. I'm warming up, okay? This is my second game of the day, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, second game of the day went hard, and I hit that off the prop pot. That definitely still like chunked them for a pretty good amount of damage, even through that prop pot. I believe I should be able to 3-shot this guy from body shots. If it's headshots, it's definitely a 2-tap, but if it's body shots, I think it's only 3 shots it takes to kill him. Dang, I know he's 1 HP right here, by the way. I know that he is 1 HP, but it's just so hard to chase like a ranger. And I know he has multi-shot still, so I can't really chase him with the halberd. I just got to take the range battle and be satisfied with it. So yeah, it is what it is. And this is a very long battle, man. This is gonna take forever. He's backstepping everything, by the way. I think that was the one shot that I could have like easily taken. And here he's getting close to do the multi-shot again. I zone him out with Francesca's because I still have like pretty much all of my Francesca's. And the Francesca's are really good for when I'm out of arrows and I still want to zone him out. For example, right there, as you saw. Because he's definitely going to be trying to go in with those shotgun arrows. But right here, he's trying to do a full reset. I keep up the pressure. And yeah, now he's hurt. Now he's definitely one shot again. And there you go. I'm not chasing that, by the way. I'm so sorry. But I did not chase that. I went to loot him, and then I looked for him in the rest of the game, and I did not find him. But here's another Barb 2-shot for anyone who's interested. We all love Barb 2-shots. I hit them with that arrow, by the way. At this point, this is like my 3rd game, and I'm so warmed up from last game. But yeah, even through the prop pot, check this out. Boom! Baby, that went that went so hard. I don't know, there's just like something so nice, something so warm in my heart from 1-shotting and 2-shotting barbarians. This is definitely the best part of the build. And right here, we are fighting against a wizard. This was a pretty annoying match, I remember, because there was a druid I was chasing the entire game, and then the wizard comes to, I don't know, spectate, and I'm like, okay, I'm not dealing with the druid. I'm gonna kill this wizard, because this is my counter. So this is a matchup that I gotta play very carefully, because wizard counters me super hard. Second wind is definitely the best thing. Like, this is one of the reasons to run second wind. But right here, he does a mistake of getting close to me, and I boom 2-shot him. Also, that second hit looked like it was a headshot, but apparently it wasn't. And this guy was super geared, by the way. He was, he had max HP on everything, true mag, and I don't know, he was looking pretty good. And I still just, like, 2-shot him. I should have 1-shot him, in my opinion, but, you know, whatever. That just comes to show that if you're not doing the sweet spot on the halberd, you're not dealing damage. Right here, it's time for third party and third partier. I catch that guy off guard. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just loot this body. And then somebody else tries to third party me that was third partying them. So it's like a fourth party now. It's just stupid. This is what the game has come to, by the way. So it's a barbarian. We sprint, we get we're trying to get priority on combat here. He gets the priority, but we still win because we have raw stats. Fighter's balance, by the way, I should have lost that. Anyway, fifth party shows up, and I just gotta run, man. Druids are ruthless. Druids are literally the best class at third, fourth, fifth partying right now, because you can never catch them, and they can just move in whenever they want to. So as I'm trying to campfire, this Slayer fighter shows up by the fountain. And I don't have second wind, so I'm not trying to all in. I know how much damage a Slayer fighter does, and it is a lot of burst damage. So I'm not trying to all in until I have him like sweetened up, softened up, or whatever. He has the Goblin Archer on him, and at this point I'd try to reset. I almost got my second wind back, but he comes up before I can get my second wind back, and we go in. We get a headshot, start off with a headshot, then a body shot, then another headshot, and it is over. Even if it's not the sweet spot, if it's a headshot, it'll still deal like decent damage. It's like a little bit more than a falchion headshot, I would say. Maybe less. I don't know. Anyway, this is this is like 5 games later or something. I find the same ranger as before, by the way. And
yo, I think I fought you earlier, yo. I'm not gonna shoot at you. I just want to look you in the eyes. I think I fought you earlier. I was a longbow ranger. I think I fought you earlier.
Yeah, I'm the Halberd guy. Alright, is this the fight that took like 5 minutes?
Yes, yeah, it's like 6 minutes. I was infinitely running and then fucking using backstep. It was, dude, every time I used backstep, I was 1 shot away from death. Every single time. It was fucking hilarious.
Well,
I got so lucky you didn't hit me.
Nah, there was a point there where you had me pretty low too. It was a really fun fight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a good fight, yeah.
So yeah, that was that. And in the same game, I'm looking for other people. We basically decide to just go like separate ways. We don't want another 5-minute fight, just for nobody to die again. And this Bard, I mean, he's good at blocking, but yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen every time. I don't know, that's just rough, man. He had a poor point, he had no cape. You know, I see no cape, I'm going in. Same game. I find this Barbarian, and he is looking ready to fight. He has this prop pot up. If it's potion chugger, it's not gonna last very long. So I activate second wind and I stick to him, okay? This is very important. I stick to him because if he tries to space me out, I'm wasting my second wind instead of using it in the battle. And as I'm doing this, the ranger like starts coming through, so I'm just running away so I can get my second wind back. And yeah, he was the barbarian was looking pretty decent. But yeah, this is a bard fight, and I think at this point I was running pretty much the same kit. It does have a purple halberd, but it was the same stats, like literally same damage, everything. But yeah, this bard is playing well, by the way. His crossbow doesn't miss. It is actually kind of scary. A bard that's like well geared can definitely like outplay you because of their speed. Really, it's just a better ranger, in my opinion. But without the shotgun, the shotgun's really scary. But yeah, he's reloading his crossbow incredibly fast. And over here, I find this opportunity as he pulls his crossbow out. Oh, that headshot hurts so much, by the way. I commit over here. Somehow that didn't hit. That dodge was insane. And that wasn't a headshot, by the way. That was not a headshot. I slowed the footage down and he turned up so I could hit the rapier arm and I wouldn't kill him. He was at literal 2 HP. So yeah, some would say unlucky, some would say skill gap. I would say both. But yeah, that guy just outplayed me and that was the end. I bought it back from him for like 3K, by the way. Shout out to that guy. He was pretty cool about it. If you haven't yet, leave a like and subscribe. And I have a Discord. If you guys want to join, I need more people from Dark and Darker. I want to talk about Dark and Darker there. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.